Good morning. It's 5:40. It's a little darker than the camera shows. I shouldn't need a headlamp though. It's 38 degrees. So I got my electronics tucked into my jacket again. Didn't sleep too great. I tossed and turned a lot. My hips have been hurting and I'm a side sleeper. So like I deflate my sleeping pad a little and try to make it softer, but at some point I felt like maybe my hip was hitting the ground, so then I inflated it again. I don't know. And I think I have dew on my quilt this morning, so I'm gonna have to have a garage sale to dry it out later. Oh, and a very brushy trail already. Hold on. I want to tear up my jacket. Alright, I'll just pull the phone out later. Might have to cross this, but I don't see the trail anywhere. And of course, far out doesn't say cross the stream. It just says there's a stream near the trail. So it's throwing me off. Yeah, it's kind of obnoxious. I made it, but I got my foot wet. One of them. And there's a cairn, so now I see the trail. Thank you, somebody. Right now my elevation is 3,749 feet. I didn't expect it to be so cold. The day before, when it was 40 on my side of the mountain and 21 or 27 on the other side, that was almost 8,000 feet. So I just didn't expect it to be so cold tonight. Sun's coming up. So far the trail is just like it was the majority of the day yesterday, or at least yesterday afternoon. Walking on the side of a mountain. I think I see the hot springs. So when I get down there, I may not be able to record. There's a lot of nudity at the hot springs, but there also may just not be anybody in there this early in the morning. I'll find out, I guess. Looks safe. I don't think the PCT actually goes in there, so I may not. I'm not gonna get in the hot tub. Hot springs. There were a whole bunch of tent sites. I probably could have camped down here. Bummer. Ducks. I got some water there, and it's warm water. I did walk down there a little bit. There are people who may or may not have clothes on. May or may not have had clothes on. I don't know which one is the trail. I didn't stare, obviously, but there were people in hot springs, and they didn't look like that person. But anyway, I don't know. It's hard to tell when they're in the water. So anyway, someone had a fire going. Smells good. I totally could have camped there. The place is massive. Bummer. Okay, let me make sure I'm on the PCT now. Here's another view. Man, there was so much from the camp. I kind of wish I would have now, because I could have taken some of that warm water and just kind of given myself a bath. Scrubbed my feet and stuff and stayed warm. Alright, let me put the phone away for this rocky part. I just had one bar of cell phone service back there, so I sent my husband a text message. What gave me the idea was, there's the sun. There was like a hike up the hill, and I was kind of wondering if maybe that's why. I think it was actually a cut through for the PCT, but I did the normal route. Anyway, sent a few messages on Facebook and stuff. Yeah. Everything looks about the same this morning. I've already been to like 6 or 7 of these super slippery, sandy areas just like that. Oh, I hate them so much. There's a bridge. I don't know if I have to cross it though, because there's a trail there and a trail there, so I guess I'll find out in a minute when I get there. Well, it looks like I'm going to be crossing that bridge. stopped back there and took my jacket off. It's still a little chilly, breezy. Whew. Different view for once today. Just following Deep Creek since yesterday morning. Walking on the side of a hill or a mountain. And there's the trail over there that I came down from. I am ready for a change in scenery. Hey guys, it is 8:15. I've been sitting in that spot right there for about 30 minutes. Had a great little break. I had 2 bars of cell phone service, so I got a video uploaded, messaged my husband about sending another resupply box to a different location, a next one after the next one, and some shoes, because it's getting to be that time. Messaged a friend who might be able to come and shuttle me around the fire closure in Wrightwood, combed my hair, just, I don't know, very, very successful 30 minutes break. I got my sun hat on. Yeah, anyway, so my body tends to get stiff if I sit for probably more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so it'll take me a second to get moving well again. But that was great. And there's still that snow-capped mountain in the background, which always looks so much further away in the camera. So, Smalls and Hoosier just passed. I know where they're camping at tonight, so I might hang out with them this evening. I almost camped with them yesterday, but they got to camp at sometime like near 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, man, it's just so early, but if I would have at least had someone to talk to when there's just nothing else to do. So anyway, I might. We'll see. A view of something different. Woo! I was like the trail was so bad, and that's all I've been seeing for what feels like an eternity. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself. Perhaps we're just going to turn this corner and be in the same thing. That's Mojave River Forks Dam. Be there in a minute. Back at the water crossing, my water bottle fell out of my pocket. I didn't have it secured, so it's my own fault. So I had to cross the creek back and chase it down. But I got it. The creek slowed, so it wasn't actually too bad. And the water was refreshing, but my legs are wet now. I guess you can't really tell. Anyway, so that's the dam. A little bit of a semi-flat area, then an uphill for a little bit. There's a highway down there. It's 83 degrees right before 10:30. It feels like it's going to be a very hot day. Whew. Okay, part of my heavy breathing But this part of the trail has yellow flowers. It's all around it. Still going uphill. Slowly, I'm making my way up this hill. But look how pretty it is. Just everywhere. And here's my view. It's exactly 11 o'clock. Stopped at this little spring here to get a little water. I didn't need much. There's water in like 2 more miles, but it's warm out, so I chugged some electrolytes and soaked my shirt and my sleeves and my headband and stuff to keep cool. Thermometer's only showing 79. It might just be a sun intensity thing. Anyway, going well. Liking this trail a little bit better. Here, let me turn the corner to give you a better view. Yeah. It's 11:30. I'm in this little tiny shady spot. It seems very unusual for the PCT, so I'm gonna have some lunch now. And flowers. Alright, lunch. Tuna on tortillas. I'm gonna clean my glasses because they're pretty muddy right now. It's 1 o'clock. I've hiked somewhere between 12 and 14 miles today. So this is potentially the last water source of the day, depending on how many more miles I can hike. So I'm just going to fill up cold chicken dinner, which is ramen with guts, quinoa, vegetables, corn, cheese. And I'm going to load up in water and try to chug some more stuff before I go. It's 1:48, 82 degrees. With an occasional breeze. Look how pretty that is over there. Is that where I came from? I have like no sense of direction out here. Anyway, I don't know what my plan is for the day. I packed out enough water at the last water source so that I'll have it for tonight. There was water 8 miles after that, but I didn't know if I could do 8 miles. And once again, there aren't really any listed tent sites. So it'll be a take what I can find kind of day, but it's too early to think about that right now. The day is good. Yeah, just a good day. I just crossed the highway up there, which I guess you can't see. So I did come from those climbs. Oh look, is that like a dust devil? Anyway, sorry. Oh, I was busy looking at it. She wasn't looking at the camera. Anyway. Across the highway, heading this way now. Toward all of this stuff, I suppose. Here's my view now. Giant rock bridge wall. I'm not really sure what it is. But I haven't seen anybody since the last water source. And I've been hiking around people all day. I'm on the trail. Yeah, there's a sign. What is that? Okay, we're going that way. Just don't know what I'm looking at. Okay, cross that bridge. I hope this is the trail. Oh, I see a sign. Okay. PCT with an arrow. Okay. I'll figure it out. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Oh, I see the sign. Way down there in the end. Okay. We got it. That was nice of them to put up the signs. Okay, arrow saying to go this way. Alright. crossing the highway, but I guess that's part of the dam. Okay, I'm getting off of the highway now. Pretty view ahead. It's 2:50. I'm back in the woods from walking next to the highway and stuff. And I just thought this was a nice change. Shady, lush and green. I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna have to find a place to camp soon. I know it's early, but I'm actually kind of feeling tired today. Oh, it feels good in here. It's really windy. I might have to take my hat off. Whew. I think this is Silverwood Lake. There's a picnic area, but I don't think they allow camp. Oh, there's a beach down there. So they don't allow camping, but there's a $10 campsite in 4 miles, so I'm going to try to push for that. My stomach was a little crampy earlier. It's starting to feel better, so I think I got 4 more miles in me. I did have to take my hat off because it was windy, and I couldn't use my trekking poles because I was trying to hold my hat on. So, alright, I gotta get moving. Look at the side of that. Oh. That's really pretty in there. There's that rock wall. Whew, wind. Sorry. I'm 1.2 miles from the place I'm gonna camp. It's $10 per campsite, and I think they have coin-operated showers. If the ranger's there, I can get quarters and take a shower, and maybe hand wash some laundry. Yeah, the breeze is a little strong. Throws me off balance a little bit. So I hope I'm able to set up my tent, but if not, I'll have to cowboy camp out here. But it's gorgeous. Alright, I made it to the turnoff to the campground. So I came from that way. So it looks like the PCT is going to go that way tomorrow. At the stop sign, I'm just trying to remind myself. So now I'm not sure if it's the road walk or the bike path to the campground, so I gotta figure that out. And this place is probably a mile uphill off trail. Wish there had been any comments or information about it at all before I started. After all that, there better be a ranger so I can get some quarters somewhere. It's already a 20+ mile day. I don't remember, but it was a lot of miles. Okay, I found home for the night. That was exhausting. This is where all the PCT hikers are. So, okay, let's get set up. Okay, guys, I approached some guy in an unmarked white van and got some quarters for the shower. So, let's do this. I feel much better now that I ate. Alright, here we go. Okay, it's 7:30. I'm about to walk back to camp. I took my shower. It was like taking a shower in barely lukewarm water that was highly pressurized, like a pressure washer. It was not satisfying, but I'm clean. The pressure alone would have cleaned me. I didn't even need soap. It's too windy for me to hang my clothes tonight. Like, I was going to hand wash my clothes and hang them out to dry, but I think I'll do that in the morning and just strap them to my pack. I'm going to say goodnight now. I think you hear people talking, that's why I'm not walking, but here's the campground. There's some view. And there's probably a group of 10 PCT hikers down that way a little bit. So, good night, everybody. Beer box.